on that bridge then. Kalinsky Prospect was also separated by barricades from this house. Then there were barricades.
Anton Grechko talks about the events of last August with reverence. And why shouldn't he? For what happened here during the Second Russian Revolution forever changed his life and the life of 148 million Russians. It was during the attempted coup when nearly 100 Soviet tanks rolled down Kalinsky Avenue toward the Russian Parliament building. They were met there by Russian President Boris Yeltsin.
What do you think about when you see pictures of that and Yeltsin standing here protecting the Russian White House and tanks approach? I mean, it's kind of a dramatic scene.
Yes, really, it's kind of a Shakespeare phrase, you know, to be or not to be. If to speak about our freedom and democracy, it was exactly this moment, to be or not to be. If they failed, we were lucky, that's great. If they didn't fail, that was bad.
The 21-year-old student was on vacation when he first heard of the coup. He hurried back to Moscow and headed out with friends to talk to soldiers. He went to talk, but was prepared to fight.
You were here and you were willing to fight.
Yes, I was willing to fight, really. Well, I wanted to fight the soldiers. First, I would like to talk to them, because it turned out so that soldiers didn't know the true reason they were standing here in tanks or in just some kind of war vehicles or something like that. That's why they didn't know the truth about that. They were given an order to come here to fight for something, but they didn't know what they were fighting for.
The Russia he now lives in is a far different place than the country where he was born. Democracy and capitalism were words used to describe our nation, not his. Now, he's a supporter of a private economy, and like a 21-year-old in this country, is ready to go out and make the world his oyster. He speaks 3 languages and will study business next term. He's just chomping at the bit to start a career.
What do you think? Is this a good place to live now? Is this a good place for a guy like yourself?
Well, as for me, I'm an optimist. That's why I believe in a happier future for Russia and for the whole community of independent states. I guess that in some time, maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, things will happen. Well, things will change and everything will be okay. But right now, it's, you know, it's very difficult to live here.
He appreciates the historical significance of the period he's living in, loves the fact he can criticize Yeltsin, cherishes the newfound freedom sweeping this country, and even regularly quotes from the American movie Top Gun. But don't let the similarities fool you. He is a vodka-drinking, hockey-playing Russian and darn proud of it. He scoffed at me for merely suggesting he'd be better off living in America. For better or for worse, this new Russia is home. He thinks the worst will end, and the better days will live on.
I hope for the best. I used to hope for the best, that's why I think so. There's one guy playing hockey over there.